The wind howled through the trees, lining the old highway, slicing through the night with an icy chill. A thick blanket of fog smothered the road, swallowing the headlights whole. I sat in the cabin of my truck, both hands locked tight on the steering wheel, eyes narrowed on every inch of road ahead. The digital clock blinked. 3 a.m. The hour truckers called the nerve dead zone. Names hung. 35 years old. Long haul trucker. My usual route is from Tai Binh to Hanoi. I've driven in all conditions, at every hour. But tonight, there's something off. A weight. A strange unease sitting heavy in my chest. Rain drizzled lightly. Tiny droplets clung to the windshield. The wipers scraped slowly. SHHHK. Shake. Like fingernails dragging across glass. I was hauling a crate of vegetables for a regular vendor at Longview Market. Left Tai Binh just before 1 a.m. trying to beat the dawn deadline. At first, everything was normal. City lights, the glow of street lamps. But the moment I passed the Phonoi toll station, the world changed. Street lights disappeared. The wind picked up fierce. No other vehicles, no pedestrians, no houses, no signs of life. Just me and this suffocating fog. I turned the radio on. Static, then murmurs, breathing, whispers. It was as if someone was speaking. From the other side, I shut it off, ... Kept my hands on the wheel, and that's when I saw it. A figure in the road. A woman, standing dead center, wearing a faded gray raincoat, a torn conical hat slouched low over her face. She raised her hand, slowly, steadily, not like someone asking for help, but like someone reenacting a motion they've done 100 times. Mechanical, unfeeling. I slammed the brakes. Time froze. No thoughts, no fear. I opened the door.
Where are you headed at this hour?
Take me back to the old place near Kim Sun Cemetery.
And I, for reasons I still can't explain, nodded. She climbed in, heavy, silent. I closed the door. The truck moved on, but I knew, right then and there, I was no longer alone. I slammed the gas, trying to outrun the creeping dread coiling in my gut. The truck sped through the fog, but the road ahead felt endless. No signs, no road markers, no headlights approaching from the opposite side. My beams sliced through mist that twisted into human-like shapes lurking along the shoulders. Sweat trickled down my palms cold as ice. A rusty road sign leaned askew on the roadside. Way to Kim Sun village, 3 kilometers. My hands, as if controlled by something else, turned the wheel. The truck veered onto a narrow, rugged dirt path. Dark, uneven. Deeper we went. The colder it got, overgrown brush scratched the sides of the truck. Dead trees stood like black skeletons. Headlights painted grotesque shadows across moss-covered stone walls. Shadows that seemed to move. As I approached the sharp end, the headlights sputtered and died. I stomped the brake. The truck rolled to a halt in pitch black nothingness. From the fog, they emerged, a silent procession of mourners in white funeral garb. They walked without a sound. No drums, No flutes, no tears. Faces, missing. Features, blurred. And the coffin they carried, deep brown wood, was too small to be empty. Their bodies seemed to glow faintly, as if lit from within. I sat frozen. The procession passed the front of my truck, as if I didn't exist. Then, knock, 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 knock. 3 distinct taps on the rear cargo hold. Who's back there? Cold. Let me out. It's so cold. I couldn't move. My hands were welded to the wheel. The air was thick, choking like 100 eyes were watching me from behind. That's when I knew I had turned onto a road that no longer belongs to the world of the living. The first rays of dawn pierced through the ancient treetops. Slanting into my eyes, I jolted awake. No more crying, no more handprints. No one else. I sat up. My head pounded like it had been smashed with a sledgehammer. I had no idea how long I'd been unconscious, only that the sky had turned a dull gray. The truck sat still, its front wheels sunk slightly into damp earth. The passenger door hung wide open. No blood, no cloth, only a fresh bouquet of white flowers and a faded funeral photos carefully placed on the dashboard. I stumbled out of the truck. My legs almost gave out. Before me stood Kim Sun Cemetery, a place I had never known existed. Overgrown weeds reached waist height. Moss-covered tombstones leaned in all directions. No wind, no dogs barking, no voices, only stillness. I picked up the flowers and the photos. My hands trembled. The woman in the picture, her face was burned into my memory. The woman I picked up, or rather, the woman who chose me. Back at the repair shop, the technician said the electrical system was severely overloaded, like something unnatural surged through it. He told me. The dashcam footage, wiped clean, blank. Even though I knew, I'd turned it on before the trip began. The cargo, gone. My client at the market said I never arrived. No one saw me that morning. In the days that followed, I dug into who Nugent Dao LNH was. A few elders near the cemetery road. She disappeared in a truck accident. 5 years ago, on the night of May 3rd, 3 bodies were found. Hers never surfaced. One old man who spoke to me without doubt. Since that crash, every May 3rd, someone meets him. Some get lost for a few hours. Others. I realized I was lucky to be alive, but deep down, I knew she wasn't just looking for a ride home. She was looking for someone. From that night on, I've never driven after dark again. Whenever the clock strikes 3 a.m., I remember those clouded eyes, the knocking, that fog-bound road that led to a place not found on any map. People say I'm superstitious. Some think I hallucinated from exhaustion. But no one can explain why the fully loaded truck came back empty. Or why no GPS tracked my route, or where I really was. But I know. I drove across the boundary between the living and the dead. Now, with every haul, I leave a small white bouquet on the passenger seat. Not to mourn, but to keep a promise. I brought her home and finished the journey. I never tell this story in full, only record it, like therapy. But if you're a driver or someone who stumbled upon this story, I want you to remember one thing. Some hitchhikers don't need you to take them somewhere. They just want someone to ride with, until they're no longer alone. And if one foggy night, on a deserted stretch of road, you see someone standing in the dark, hand outstretched, look carefully. Are you taking them home? Or are they taking you somewhere you'll never return from?